Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to discuss about a lot of things. But before that, let me quickly introduce, right, myself. I will be your course instructor. This is Sasmitha. You can find me on LinkedIn. Just type Sasmitha Data Science. You will find me there. I have around 13 years of experience, right, in different things. So I started my career as a software engineer, and after my master's, I moved into data science. I have completed my master's in 2016 from Triple IT in computer science. My major was machine learning, and currently I'm working as a. So in 2016, I started my journey right after my master's as a data scientist trainee, and now I'm working as a principal data scientist in one of the leading MNC. Um, with respect to this training, I am into this for last 8 years, and with DurgaSoft, I am with DurgaSoft for last 4 years, right? I have trained more than 50 to 60 plus batches, right? I was also associated with different other organizations like Reva University, Bangalore, and a lot of other. I was a visiting faculty there, and a lot of other organization, right? Coming back to the uh, course content and other things, we'll discuss in detail. So basically, what we will do is I'll keep it short. Initial 15-20 minutes. Let me discuss about the curriculum and all other things. And then if you have any query, you can ask, right? Okay. Just 1 second. Let me share my screen. So this new thing that you are like, if you have heard, right? Everywhere you will see this term generative AI, right? It doesn't matter what you are doing currently, whether you are a software engineer or a data scientist or basically data engineer or anyone. This entire IT industry is getting impacted by AI. And in AI also, there is a very, like you can see it's a hype, it's everywhere. You can see all are talking suddenly about generative AI. So in today's class, the agenda is very simple. First, I will let you know about the like what is generative AI and what is artificial intelligence, all the details. And I will also tell you which this generative AI course, how it is going to help you. Finally, I'll talk about the curriculum, and then if you have any doubts, I'll show you some of the projects that we will do. Finally, if you have any doubts, you can ask. So as I said, I will quickly summarize everything, right? So the first thing is let's start with AI, right? Artificial intelligence. I think before joining this demo, few of you are my previous batch students, few of you are completely new. So I thought of giving you a quick summary. So artificial intelligence, it's nothing new. It was like there, it is there, and like artificial intelligence, what do you mean by artificial intelligence, right? Artificial intelligence means we are trying to make the machine means what? We are trying to make the machine as intelligent as human, or maybe in some cases more intelligent than human, right? So we as a human is also a machine, right? So we think a lot of our brain, if you consider that as a machine, so we do a lot of pattern recognition. If you think deeply, when you are a kid, first time how you learned about different objects. So this is an apple, this is an orange, this is a vehicle, this is a dog, this is a cat, this is my father, this is my mother. So these are like you have a certain features. If you close your eyes and just remember about your son or daughter or father, mother or siblings, a picture of their face will come. So that is the pattern, right? So what your brain is doing, there are a lot of neurons. When you look at that particular picture for multiple times, you try to find the general pattern of that picture. And in future, if you again look the same picture, you match with the pattern and you recognize the person or you recognize the thing, right? Exactly. Can we pass the same intelligence to machine so that without our absence, the machine will do the work? I'll give you one simple example. Let's say there is a branch in artificial intelligence called computer vision. So can we give the vision power to the computer so that how we are looking from our eyes and doing the things without our presence? Can the computer do the same thing? For example, there is a drone which will go and this is happening. A lot of my in past organization, I have done some projects. Many of my friends are doing projects. You must have done also in your BTech days. So it's called, let's say, drone, right? So drone will go and collect supply chain, right? Let's say inventory, right? So what is happening is, let's say you are the buyer and there is a seller, okay? And the seller has a lot of products, and these products are very important. Before you pay the amount to the seller, you want to understand the quality of the product that you're buying. Now, the seller is in China and you are is in, let's say, India, right? So earlier what we used to do, we need to travel to the seller location to manually see, because without looking, some products you can just buy, but some products you cannot simply buy without looking the quality, right? This is a very critical product and you want to really look at the quality of the product, then only you will pay the amount. So you like physically no need to travel nowadays. You can just do the same thing using drone. So let's say you want to understand the count or quality or whatever, right? So there is a drone. You can like the drone. What the drone will do? The drone will fly, and every single product of three-dimensional, like not three-dimensional, multi-dimensional, complete picture it will capture, the entire video, right? And then there will be an algorithm, deep learning algorithm, which will understand the quality. For example, crack is there or not. All of this inspection it will do. And then finally, it will send you the report, not only image. Image is okay, like video capture is okay. But it is like video capture and analyzing the video, complete analysis report it will send you. And based on that, you will send the money back. So this is one simple application like this. It has millions, like thousands of application. So everything, wherever you think some intelligence, that is called artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is not a subject. It's a basically, sorry, it's not a kind of subject. It's a very broader term. And the objective is wherever you are giving intelligence to your machine so that the machine can mimic a human, that is called artificial intelligence. Now, in artificial intelligence, we have lot of branches. Uh, I mean, how you will achieve. So you understood what you want to do. You want to give intelligence to your machine so that machine can mimic human behavior. Now, how to do? How? So the how to achieve this, you have different subjects. So one of the technique is machine learning. You can use algorithms, right? Mathematical algorithms, that is a branch, right? You can also use something called deep learning. So deep learning is again a separate branch, which will mostly help you to find patterns, right? And similarly, we have something called soft computing, information retrieval, and lot of other branches are there. um, all of these branches together, it can be one, it can be hybrid. Like for example, you're building an application of AI, right? The term AI you are listening every time. It can be a combination of deep learning and information retrieval, deep learning, machine learning, and soft computing, two or multiple things together using anything. Whenever you're giving intelligence to your machine, that is called AI application. Now, suddenly, so you can say AI is very vast. Inside AI, we have a branch called deep learning, right? And suddenly, what is happening is there is a paper which is there in like so. I mean, in 2017, a new algorithm discovered, right? Not discovered, invented in deep learning, and that is called transformers. Okay, and this transformers actually changed the game, right? And because of a special mechanism in transformer, a special mechanism means, so I mean, I don't want to go to the architecture now. So it's an encoder decoder architecture. So there is something called attention mechanism, right? The attention mechanism. once it has been identified, right? And the deep learning algorithm that is called transformer, after that, the entire thing has changed, right? So what is this transformer? So it can generate things. So there are different kind of deep learning models, right? We have ANN, neural network. So artificial neural network. We have CNN, convolutional neural network. We have RNN, right? Recurrent neural network. We have LSTM. So what is these names? These are different neural networks, different algorithms, you can say. Similarly, one of the section of deep learning or neural network is called generative models. What is the section called? The section is called generative models. So basically it works very good for unstructured data. So let's say you have text data, or you have image data, video data, sound, audio data, right? This kind of data, if you have, mostly tabular data also fine, but mostly it works good for unstructured data. For example, any input can be any format, text or image or audio, and output can also be text, audio, image, or maybe multimodal, right? So what this generative model will do, it will generate, as the name suggests, generative model will generate. What it will do, it will generate. What it can generate? You give a You can pass text, it can generate text. You can give input as text, it can generate audio, right? You can give audio, it can generate text. You can give video or image, right? And it can generate text. You can give text, it can generate image. You can give text, it can generate maybe multiple things. Let's say it can generate image and, let's say, audio together, right? Or a lot of vice versa. So I mean, you can give a table, it can generate text. So and so on and so forth, I can keep writing. So all the combination, you can say anything. So text, audio, text, or image, text. I'll give you some example so that you will understand what I'm writing here. One of the application is text to text. Let's say you are giving text in Hindi, right? And you're telling the machine to translate it. So it can generate again text in English. So input is text, output is text, and this is a translation app. What you're building, it's a translation. So this is called machine translation, right? This you can build. So using generative models, all of these things you can do. One more example is text to audio, right? You have written a text or a prompt, right? You have written, let's say, generate a video, or generate, or you have your text, right? All, let's say, the documents, and your voice, it will generate audio, like any voice you can clone. And you have seen such kind of apps, right? Narendra Modi speaking, or some other personality, famous personality, or anyone's voice you can clone. And that's the reason a lot of threat is also there. AI also you need to use responsibly, but you can generate audio and so on and so forth. You just write a prompt and it will generate an image. All of these applications that you can build around, so useful in today's world. You just pass an image and it will generate text. Example is, upload an image of anything, right? And it will generate text. Maybe I can show you some of the examples, which will give you some context what I'm saying. And actually, all of these things we are going to do in this class. I'll talk about the applications and other thing, but let us understand what exactly generative models can do. So how to do, we will learn in this course, right? But what we can do, that first you should know. The And generative models is not about text and text. Many people think that it is text and text, but it is text to text, text to anything, right? Let me show you some of the examples, which will give you a lot of context what I'm talking here. Okay, so let's say it is that note. Okay, I think I have tried a lot of things, so somewhere I miss the name. I forgot what name I have given. Okay, Okay, let me see, find out if it is there. Hmm. Let me see whether it is the file. No. Okay. What name I have given? I just forgot. Anyway, I can download, no problem. I will download. But there was great application. Okay, I have to download it. I'm not getting it in my. Okay, I will download and then I will show you, right? Anyway, give me 1 minute. I will download it from my previous batch. But having said that, we will see that when you're asking question, I will download and I will show you. So what I mean to tell you is we are going to build almost like 20 to 30 plus applications, which I'm talking here, text to text, text to image. I will show you also what we have built in the last batch, right? That's what I was searching. I'm not getting. I'll download it from my drive. But anyway, so you can build amazing application. You can do amazing things. I'll give you a simple example. Let's say today you have a chart, right? What you do, you look at the chart and understand what the chart is about, and then you tell a story, which is very difficult. Many people they are not able to frame a story out of the chart. But you look at the chart and then you frame a story and then you tell to your stakeholder. In today's world, using Gen AI, you can just upload your chart. This is called Gen BI, right? Gen BI means generative business intelligence. It's also trending. So we are doing nothing. The chart also we are creating automatically, because the code automatically can be generated. And once the chart is created, you can also create the story from this chart automatically. If you can build a Gen AI application which is in this category, that is image to text category. So you pass image or a chart as input, and the model will give you, and this application I will show you the complete description, what is the chart is talking about. And this feature is already available in Power BI. You can right click and there's an option called summarize. It will summarize. Also, if you're using any of the application like Streamlit or any of the front end part, you can easily generate the summary or kind of story of on your image. And it's really nicely, let's say you have a time series chart. It will tell you in 2022 the sales is dropped by 2%, and from 2015 onwards, or 25 on 24 onwards, it is upward trend. Overall growth is 3%, and so on and so forth. So it will generate amazing story, and it is really a nice feature. And like that, you can build enormous application, lot many applications. So that is where, like, we can see, it is creating all of these things, but the behind the scene, it is all deep learning. So there is a section in deep learning called generative models. And if I talk about generative models, there are three basic algorithms which works. So generative models are basically, whenever I'm saying generative models, mostly these are three categories, right? One is obviously transformer, which are, as I said, these are the major, if you look at all of this application behind the scene, it is transformer. Also, we have stable diffusion model, which is a image based algorithm. uh, Apart from that, like we have GAN, generative adversarial networks. We have VAE, right? And we have stable diffusion. So all of these algorithms behind the scene, um, like these are the main thing, right? Which is helping you to generate all of these things. Now you can ask me, what is generative model? How they are? So my text is my text, my chart is my chart. How the model is knowing about my chart? So it has generic intelligence. Generic intelligence means it has been trained on all the data available. Let's say you are building a text application. Let's say text summary. Let's say you are passing the whole document and it is generating the summary of your document, right? So how it is understanding the summary? To create the summary, it has to understand the context. So what happened is, like, let's say a model, like companies like Google, OpenAI, Microsoft, what they do is, or any startup, what they do is, there are a lot of publicly available data sets are present for training your model. So they use like petabytes, zettabytes of data, and GPUs, like very heavy supercomputers. And what they do is they train the model with all the data, all the data. And with this transformer architecture, there is a way you can understand the context of the word. Means Apple is a phone. Let's say I'm writing two sentences. Apple is great. Um, I really liked the features of Apple. I will be using this Apple very extensively. It will help me to upgrade my knowledge in technology. Let's say this is a paragraph. Another paragraph is Apple is good for health, and I promise that I will eat apple every day. So in both of these paragraphs, if you look, Apple word is common, right? Before transformer, Apple word in, let's say, paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. If you look at the, if you look at the, like, Apple stock, like the where Apple will be placed, uh, it will not understand the context of Apple. Like the first paragraph, Apple is a phone. In the second paragraph, Apple is a fruit. That knowledge was not there. But with the inclusion of transformer, right, because of the attention mechanism, it understands the context so well. It will tell, okay, in paragraph 1, Apple is a phone. We are talking about a phone here. In paragraph 2, Apple is a fruit. We are talking about a fruit. So the context understanding, because of that, all this magic is happening. And a lot of the time you think it's just deep learning. No, it is not deep learning. Yes, it is primarily the algorithm, but uh, like you, like me, there are a lot of people, manual human are appointed, who will train the model from the error, right? For example, let's say the model has predicted something bad. So they will be manually feeding, okay, this is error. You should respond to this particular kind of, this is called prompt engineering, right? So using lot of different prompts, they train the model manually. Also the output of the model, supervised learning. So I can say this all algorithm plus human labeling or human supervised learning makes all of this, whatever you are looking right now, the model super intelligence, right? These are just maths behind the scene, nothing else, right? Okay. Now, once you understood the context, what we have understood, artificial intelligence, we have understood deep learning. Deep learning, we have different sections. In deep learning, we have a section called generative models. Generative models, different like algorithms are there, like transformers, VAE, GAN networks, right? So one of the famous architecture is transformer, which has discovered, like invented in 2017. And because of that, we can see lot of tremendous right growth in AI after that, right? And so all of this generative AI actually is why it is so easy. Like without non-technical person also, like my kid is using generative AI, you will not believe. So anyone can use, because if you know English, you can write generative AI application. Why I'm saying this? Because there are two parts. You build any AI, not generative AI. AI is not only about generative AI. Many people, they confuse. Generative AI is a branch, is a branch of AI. There are different things you can do. AI is very vast, right? So if you talk about normal AI, the objective of AI is, or machine learning and deep learning, is pattern finding, finding the pattern. So what we do is, normally if it is supervised, we train our model with lot of data. From the training data, the model understand the pattern, and in the future data, in the new data, I'm just passing the new data as input to the model, and the model has the intelligence, it understands the pattern, and using this intelligence, the model will do our task. So this is the whole objective. So we have to train our data. So training concept is always there. Now, without training, the model will not understand the patterns. So what is the advantage of using Gen AI versus traditional AI, right? Traditional machine learning and deep learning versus Gen AI. In traditional deep learning and machine learning, we build the things from scratch. So there are a lot of steps involved. You need to collect your data collection and data cleaning. You need to clean your data. Building model. So building model you will be doing on your personal data, like whatever company data. You will feed to the model those data, and the model will understand the pattern, and building model, and then validation you will do, and then deployment. So these are the steps. But here in Gen AI, all of these three steps are done, already done. It's like MTR. So what is the difference between MTR biryani and you cook biryani yourself? So in, or let's say upma, right? You cook upma from scratch. What is the advantage of making upma from scratch? The first thing, very simple, very same example, right? Upma, when you prepare from scratch, you know what ingredients you are using. You are very confident the quality of the upma because you have used good oil, good whatever. Like some people like salt, some people they don't like salt. So your recipe, so you know it. So obviously the taste will be good. Similarly, if it is your model, you build it from scratch, the accuracy will be good. But what is the problem? Time. You are spending 30 minutes of time to prepare upma, which you don't have, right? And you need skill set to prepare upma. If you don't know the recipe, you cannot cook the upma. So the traditional ML, the exactly same. So you need resource. Resource means people like someone who knows deep learning, so they can build the things from scratch. Skill set, you need skill set, right? Skill set. And you need time. So building a model from scratch using your own data takes time. The model needs time to be trained. And what is the advantage? Advantage is security. So it is all your personal data which is present in your system. So it is like completely secure. Privacy and security you can preserve. And what else? The second thing is you can also have a better accurate model. Why? Because this is all your data. So I mean, obviously we'll find little better accurate model, right? But what is Gen AI? Gen AI is MTR. So you prepare upma, I prepare upma, or anyone in the world prepare upma. Upma is a common recipe. There is a variation. You put curry leaf, I don't put curry leaf. So there's little variation, but you take the general process of making upma and using that you prepare MTR packet. Similarly, what Gen AI is doing, you don't have everyone's data, but you have everyone personalized data, but you have generic data. So you take the generic data, right? And so much of data. And what you do is you train your model, right? And it will take a lot of time, but you do it. And then it's a kind of definition of the function. And where whoever wants this kind of application, they can load. They are not training in Gen AI. This is the difference. In traditional AI, you are training your data, you're building model yourself. But in Gen AI, you are not building your model. Already pre-built models are there, like Gemini, Llama, Mistral, right? OpenAI's GPTs, Anthropic's Claude. All of these things are pre-built, already built, right? These are the models already trained by whom? Companies like Microsoft, Google, Gemini, sorry, all of these big giant companies, even small startups, they just trained the model. Already the training is done. Now, what you will do is load your model and use it. Like you use it for whatever purpose. What is the advantage? What is the disadvantage? Advantage is quick, very quick. You no need to wait for a long time. Like training takes time. So here you will get quick result, and you don't need resource. Like anyone without this data science skill set nowadays can build AI applications. I mean, very little skill set is required. But again, what is the drawback? Drawback is security. So we don't know what is happening with our data when we send our data to GPT. Can you really upload your very crucial? Let's say you are working in GS. Can you upload the deals and other information? No, we don't know. Maybe, I mean, I don't know what the there is a little kind of it is secure, but yeah, I mean, right? Third party server we are sending data, and if you are using open source models, then you are storing it in your system. But again, it needs lot of storage, it needs a lot of compute power. So cost is important. Cost, you are spending a lot of amount. Here also you are spending, but here it is huge amount if you are really building a GenAI application end to end. But again, accuracy, you can, there's a debate, like we don't know. It can be also as accurate as building from scratch. By using techniques like fine tuning or RAG, you can increase the accuracy of the model. So major thing is security and cost. These are the drawbacks. Accuracy, you can achieve it. There are options. The drawback is cost and security. Advantage is quick and very less resource required. But again, the world is going towards Gen AI, and everyone has to use, if not today, maybe tomorrow. um yeah. So, but again, if you are asking me with only Gen AI, can I just survive as a data scientist? My answer is no, very big no. That's the reason I told you the whole Ramayan, right? Because you need to understand, AI is not only Gen AI. Gen AI is a very small part of AI. AI is very, very vast. So you can build a complete, let's say your data is structured or semi-structured data, tabular data. Gen AI may not fit there. Gen AI is very good for unstructured data like text, image kind of data. Tabular data, I think you have to always, sometime this is so high. Even if the accuracy is good, but the cost is so high, maintaining a Gen AI application is so high, maybe you will go with the traditional one. Sometimes security might be a concern, so you have to go to the traditional one. Sometime, I think, you have to decide. Gen AI only is not so much helpful. Gen AI plus AI combined together, if you are skilled in both, you are irreplaceable. If you are skilled in both, you are irreplaceable in today's world, right? Traditional AI plus Gen AI. It's like, selfless driverless car driving, which is a requirement. But sometime this is exactly the same example, so it's coming to my mind. You're asking, can I don't know driving. Let's say I don't know driving. Can I use a driverless car and use it? Answer is yes, you can use it. 90% of the time you will survive. But what will happen? Because of some bug, if the car is not working and you are in the middle of the road and you don't know driving, you will die. Exactly. So what will happen if the Gen AI application that you're building will not work or hallucinate, or something happens and you don't have idea about traditional AI? So actually you cannot survive. You will die. Your model will shrink. So best thing is, preparing upma from scratch, and then somebody is giving you MTR packet. Like for example, you have maid. Every day the maid is coming, cleaning the house. Very nice. Someday, if the maid is not coming, if you don't know how to clean or you don't know how to cook, you have to stay hungry, right? But if you know the cooking, you can cook yourself. So exactly same thing. You should know traditional things plus Gen AI together, so that you can, basically you can choose whatever is best, you can do that. Sometimes Gen AI is super, super, like, fancy term, I will say. It's not always in real time. If you come in real time, there are a lot of challenges. And you can select like Gen AI or traditional AI. You can select if you know both. I hope you got an overall idea, right? Um, I will quickly take you through two things now, and then I will take doubts. The first thing that we will discuss is the curriculum and some examples, some projects that we will build, right? But give me 1 minute. Let me download the curriculum. So there are certain changes in the curriculum. I will tell you. The first thing that we will start it, I don't give anything without context, right? Blind thing, I don't believe. Just now I have given you example. You should know traditional thing. Along with that, Gen AI will help you. It will make you powerful. Only Gen AI, you can see lot of 9 rupees prompt engineering, 10 rupees, 99 rupees, this one, that. That is not really going to help you, right? So you should know to build things from scratch, and then you use Gen AI, then actually you are powerful. Sometimes if Gen AI is not working also, fine, you can build your own things from scratch. So this course is teaching you deep learning first from day one, from module one. Next weekend when you connect, from day one, we will learn deep learning. And when I'm saying deep learning, we will discuss a lot of algorithms. We will discuss generative models. As I said, in deep learning, before generative models also, we will discuss about a very basic algorithm in deep learning called artificial neural network. You will understand what is neural network, how the neural network learns, what is activation function, full maths, right? Complete architecture. of ANN. What is feed forward, back propagation? And using Keras, I have changed it to TensorFlow. Using TensorFlow, what we will do is we will implement a complete end-to-end project, right? Using ANN. On top of, like, using Keras and TensorFlow, we will implement ANN. So one project we will do, and this project, you will understand the traditional way of creating or building a model, starting to ending, data collection, data cleaning, model building, and model validation. So end to end, we will do from scratch using TensorFlow. After that, we will also discuss about some basics about GPU, CPU, and how to enable your, if you have graphics cards, so how to enable your GPUs and all that. But anyway, so after this, I think a lot of things are not there, but I will share with you the recordings of my previous batch of another algorithm called CNN, Convolutional Neural Network. And this again is a complete, again, a deep learning algorithm. We will understand what is CNN, how it does filters, what all are the different filters, how it helped, how it will help us for image related applications. And we will also do a complete end-to-end project using TensorFlow. The second algorithm that we are going to learn is called CNN, right? And after that, we will learn the third algorithm that is called generative models. Inside this generative model, we will learn third algorithm called generative adversarial network, end-to-end basic principle of generative models. And end-to-end, we will build using TensorFlow, we will build a complete architecture. So we will be creating fake images, right? And let's say if I give input as your image or any personality image, and related to that, we can create fake images. You have seen deep fake videos, like you will see Trump is telling something, but actually that's false. Like, are you reading? So it's just giving Trump's voice and Trump's face and text so that it looks like Trump is telling, but actually it is not Trump. So that is called deepfake, and it is used very heavily nowadays for a lot of misuse of AI, I will say, right? A lot of wrong things, mostly political. You can see political manipulations, right? You can see, and later you will see, okay, that is fake. So I think that is the model that is behind, like mostly responsible, is called GAN networks. So using GAN, which is a deep learning algorithm, you can create fake images, fake videos, and we will do it end to end from scratch. We will build a deep image creation application, and we will also understand the complete architecture, what is generator, what is discriminator, right? And if you're not from this data science background, can you understand 100%? You can understand all the maths, everything, whatever is there, I will explain you from scratch. And application also we will build from scratch. So 100% you will definitely understand. It's really interesting project. So what you are learning? You are learning basically deep learning, ANN, CNN, and then GN. Once you have understood everything, we will understand about transformer architecture. And transformer are a building block for all of these GPTs and other things. What is architecture? What is encoder? What is embeddings, positional encoding, attention mechanism, decoder? So I have a nice, again, this is just a kind of explanation. So I will share a video of mine. It's a kind of 1 hour video. It will help you. And you can ask me, okay, video I'm also getting from internet. Why I will look at your video? Because you go and check. This is open challenge. Every transformer video, wherever it is there in YouTube or wherever, you go and check, you will not understand, right? It's so complicated architecture. It's very complicated. I don't know how much you will understand from my video also. But I tried my best to make it simple. The architecture itself is super complicated, right? And it is absolutely fine. I mean, if you are understanding 30-40% also, it's absolutely fine. You can skip this also, but it gives you a lot of confidence when you know the architecture behind the scene. What is happening, what is embedding, what is positional encoding, what is attention mechanism. If you understand this, I think these are the basic principles, right? Using which all the AI models, Gen AI models, really using. So this architecture also you will understand. So transformer and CNN, I will share recordings, but ANN and GN, we will do in class, 2 projects. Fine. After that, we will discuss about NLP basics. Directly, if I just jump into GenAI, you will ask me a lot of questions. So, what is text data? What is how to clean your text data? What is ngram? What is lemmatization? What is taming? What is embedding? Right? A lot of times you will learn about embeddings, different kind of embeddings like what to counter vectorizer, count vectorizer, TF-IDF. A lot of basically it will take a lot of time. So, but we will understand the complete NLP basics. This is the prerequisite, right? Before you jump into GenAI course, this is how you should complete. And after that, we will go to prompt engineering. Prompt engineering, you don't need any technical knowledge actually. Anyone can understand. Like my son, he can write nice prompts. If you know English, you can write questions. Simple, right? They do a lot of promotional ads on prompt engineering will give you this much salary, that much salary. No, it is just a way of asking question. If you don't know how to ask the right question, you don't know. I mean, the model will not give you the right answers. So I think this is very important to know what are the principles that you need to follow while asking question. So we'll learn, it's very easy concept. Anyone can understand zero shot learning, one shot learning, few shot learning. So names are fancy, but actually it is super easy module. The most module 1, 2, 3, 4 is the most difficult one. Rest all modules are very easy. So once you know the prompt engineering concepts, we will be there are different prompts. Again, I will talk about it when we go to the module. Finally, we will discuss from module 6 onwards. The objective is first we will discuss the paid ones and then the open source one. The paid one, the first one is GPT. We will discuss about interface chat GPT 4, layout and interface, how to write chat GPT applications, build GPT applications. So when you actually, there are a lot of things you can do if you go to your GPT, right? This is just the framework, but we will be creating the APIs. And I think, um, so this is what my son has used. And you can see like what he used to do is just copy. See, I'll show you logo creation. Okay, these are some, so you can do a lot of things. If you just come here and explore GPTs, these are the plugins available. So okay, so all of these things actually you will build in this course, a lot of things. For example, one of the interesting is resume. So by combining the expertise of top resume writer and advanced AI, we assist, like you can like you can go through your resume, it can give you the score, a lot of things. Let's say kayak, and what it will do is it will help you booking flights, hotels, and cards. You just ask questions like this: when is the best time to travel to Tokyo? Where can I travel with this amount? And kind of a travel buddy, you can use it, travel agent. So I want to travel to Singapore and my budget is, let's say, 2 lakh or 3 lakh. Within that, you give a 6 days, 7 night itinerary. So like this, you can use it like anything. And like this, if you just scroll down, you will see there are lot of plugins available. So if you just see more, you can just go and see this. But we have a lot of plugins available. If you just go down, let's say game time, I can quickly explain board games or card games to players of any age if you want to learn about games. And I mean, there are endless applications and you can use it. Write for me, if you are writing some blog post or something, it can help you write. Copywriter, if you want to like copyright to your ads and other things. So lot of things you can, I think this is a good, if you have some time, please. Video GPT, right? You can create promotional ads using this. And for your YouTube, Instagram, entire social media account, you can handle nowadays. PPT presentation you can do, right? Using this, and so on and so forth. So like, I cannot even, like there are 100 plus applications, and you will learn in this course how to build those applications. After taking this course, you will be 100% very clear. This is very nicely, it's a very organized course. It took me a lot of time to prepare the syllabus. If you know the syllabus, half of the things are done, right? You know the way how to learn. And that solves a lot of the problem. To create the syllabus, it took me a lot of time. And AWS Bedrock I have added in the last class. Then I realized when I started using it is super costly. and my credit also went, like all credit, like it is gone, so I don't have any credit left. So without credits, trying it's very costly. So I am switching to GCP now because I have a free account and almost 23,000 credit. Also, you will also get when you have a GCP account, you will get 300 USD, around 23,000, 22,000 something, 23,000. You will get free of cost, I think, right? And you can try all of these things. So we are going to use GCP, and that's the only thing. Rest all things are same, just the platform is different. I'll also tell you using cloud frameworks if you want to build your LLMs, because some if not today, tomorrow you have to learn cloud where you will deploy your models. You're building fine, but one day you will deploy it, right? So for deployment, you have to use GCP, Azure, or AWS. So if you know any one of this, it's great. So you're going to use GCP for building model, and a lot of projects we will do like text to image search. And maybe we instead of this, we will be using Gemini, which is a very nice tool uh, by GCP, right? It's a very good um, LLM model, right? And we will do a lot of social media, blog posting, and all that. So you can see here it is already there. All of these startups, right? Small company who are building this super easy. You can also build your own things after taking this course, right? So you will learn the complete um, right? So once you have done this, so we will understand in the GCP framework, and then finally open source. We'll be using Hugging Face, what is transformer models. We will create a lot of open source models and paid one. So paid one like Gemini, and then your GPTs and all we will try, and then we will also try open source. And finally, we will learn a framework called, this is not so detailed way. I will share with you the detailed syllabus, but the content is same. A lot of the things I have not added in the LangChain part. In the LangChain is the main part, I will say. LangChain is a backbone. We will learn everything about LangChain. We have 5 components: LangChain memory, LangChain chains, what is models in LangChain, all of these things, what is agent. So LangChain is a framework which will help you to build your LLM applications. And then we will learn about Llama Index and RAG framework. So, in short, if I have to tell you somewhere, maybe I'll create a new notebook, and if I write down the topics, right? First, we will learn about deep learning. Why deep learning? Because you know why, right? The behind the scene, everything is deep learning only. So we'll learn about deep learning. So in deep learning, again, we will learn CNN, ANN, and GAN, 3 different algorithm, end-to-end application, 3 different projects, followed by transformer architecture. So it will, after taking this deep learning course, your foundation will be super clear. And then we will discuss about NLP basics. After that, we will be discussing about prompt engineering. This is also very important. If you don't know how to ask question, you will not get a good answer. Once you have understood prompt engineering, we will discuss about OpenAI ChatGPT. So OpenAI framework we will discuss, and then we will discuss about other framework. What is happening to my keyboard? Right? Okay, so after OpenAI, we will discuss about uh, other paid platforms like, let's say, Claude or anything, and then finally we will go to Hugging Face. Hugging Face is the free. Hugging Face is the free framework, right? Or free models. And after that, we will discuss about cloud. Cloud is very important. Any one cloud platform is fine. We are going with GCP. We will understand how to use models by Google and other models from the cloud platforms. And few are free, few are mostly open source. So we will see both, and how to build applications on GCP. What are the things that you need to do? That also you will have a good understanding. And finally, we will discuss LangChain. In LangChain, we will understand how to build application end to end. It's all in one. You can build application, you can train your, fine tune your model. RAG framework. So also we will discuss some concept called RAG framework. We will also discuss a concept called Llama Index, right? So which is again a framework like LangChain and Llama Index, where to use what we will discuss in detail. Okay, so this is the overall thing, and then also we have additional uh, like word embeddings and other lecture notes which I will share. So something like this, I think if I just show you, this is the current batch, and you can see all of these things, whatever we have discussed is there. Hugging Face, GAN, ANN, CNN, LangChain, NLP, Foundation Model, Responsible AI. So these are the major topics, and it's almost like I think I have not uploaded. So 14 to 15 sessions. Each session is 3 hours. I told you 1.5 months, but it went more than that. So this is the whole, I think, structure. I will pause here. Any doubt in this syllabus? Anything that you want to ask? I'm done. So I don't have anything to share. So and the timing of this course, mostly weekend, 7 to 10. And the course fees is 12,000. If you're taking it as a combo, like we have a new MLOps batch also starting. And if you're joining the evening 9 p.m. MLOps batch, it will be around 27,000 and the duration will be around 4 months. So MLOps will go for 2 to 2.5 months. And this Gen AI will go for around another 1.5 months to 2 months. And I can bet you on this. I can challenge you on this with confidence. This is the best course based on my survey that I found. If you compare three parameters, the first one is cost, the second one is quality, and the third one is interactivity. Interactivity is very important, right? Interactive means there are a lot of courses available on internet free of cost, but that is not interactive, mostly self learning. You have to learn yourself, and if you are stuck somewhere, you cannot talk to the instructor. And some courses which are given like 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 rupees, you can debate on that, but that is 100 participant, 200, 300. So it's kind of same, right? Like self learning. So yeah, you are very self motivated, you are good, you have time, you can invest, then you can go for self learning courses. Many of the things I also learned from self learning courses. Having said that, you really need to interact with your instructor, and again you have a lot of doubts or something you want to ask, I think you have to join a live course. So when I'm talking about live course, you check the cost everywhere, it is like more than 60, 70, 80, 90, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, like that. It's in lakhs. And 60, and same quality, even better quality you will get here. With confidence, I'm saying, because many of my friends are working in different organization, very reputed ones, and I know what they teach and what is the content and everything. So if you combine this MLOps and this Gen AI, it is coming around 40 plus. This is again 40, right? 80 hours, 70 hours. Let's say 70 hours of content, another 10, 15 bonus recording. So 80 to 85 hours of content, right? But again, it is like this. So I don't know why the course fees is not revised. Maybe because of DURGASOFT policies and all that. But anyway, this is the cost, quality, and interactivity wise. I found this is best. I always do a survey. If you want, I have downloaded a lot of content from internet. I do this survey every 2 months or 3 months. As a student, I register in all the portals, 10, 15. I download their voucher. I see what they teach. I compare their price, right? And I don't tell anything just like that, right? I do my analysis and then I tell. And still, I mean, and this is not a spoon feeding course. Let me tell you one more. I can, don't set an expectation that doesn't matter I am teaching or anywhere you are going, the instructor can just tell you the path. I think the demo session that you joined, this much, if somebody will tell you, I think I have saved almost 5 to 6 days of your time. Knowing this much is also a great thing, what to learn. If you just go and start learning generative AI, you will be lost. You don't know, and this happened to you. I think many of you will agree where to start, what to start. In deep learning, it is vast. 10 days, 20, sorry, 10 months, 5 months. How much I need to learn? Okay, prompt engineering, prompt engineering, prompt engineering. What is prompt engineering? How much time I need to give? What all things I need to learn? So if you know what to learn and how much to learn, that solves your problem. Half of the things. After this demo, if you're not joining this generative AI course also, still this demo is going to be helpful. If somebody wants to go in this Gen AI track, this is what, and with this, I think there is a limitation because of which we are skipping one topic called fine tuning. What is the limitation? Limitation is fine tuning needs a very high end computing machine, which you might not have, many of you, right? That's the reason fine tuning concept is skipped, and quantization. I will share the videos if possible, right? I am preparing video. I have a good machine. This machine is 64 GB RAM and 4090 graphics card. So it is a very good machine. So I think I can do fine tuning, right? And quantization. With this complete Gen AI track is completed. And you will see any interview you go, you can easily crack the interviews, right? These are the whole topic. Anyway, I'll just pause. Any doubt? Anything that you want to ask?
Hi, Sasmitha.
Yeah.
Fine tuning topic, that means you are not covering in that one, or so you have some recordings so that you can share. And
Yes.
also about image diffusion models. Are these topics we are going to cover?
Stable diffusion algorithm, if you want, I can include. I can restructure the deep learning part. Yeah, that's a good point. And that is
Okay.
easy. So if you know CNN, a lot of things you can do. But yeah, we can include stable diffusion. See, fine tuning, the problem with fine tuning is fine tuning and RAG. There are two things. RAG is, okay, let me explain about fine tuning. So fine tuning means you're actually training the model again with your fresh data, with your company data. The good thing is you will get good accurate models sometimes, but the bad thing is cost. And these models are super large. This is called large language model for a reason, right? It is really large. So many of the, and see, you cannot just like that use any model in real time. It will not give you good result. You have to go with the trending ones like either Gemini or GPTs, or maybe Mistral, or any of the good model. When you take any of the good model, the problem with is accuracy is fine, but what about the size? It is billions of parameter. And remember how they have trained using humongous, like lot of compute power. You might not need those much compute power because you are retraining, but you still need some compute power. With a 8 GB machine, 16 GB machine, you really cannot do fine tuning with these large models. There is always a problem that is called accuracy versus cost. um, right? So if you want accurate model, you have to invest cost. If you are not investing cost, you will not get the accuracy. So you have to get a proper balance. If you want accuracy, you have to use good models. If you want good models, you have to spend money. Now you can tell, okay, I can go with cloud. Cloud is not free. So in fact, your local machine is little, like you can actually invest some 1-2 lakhs rupees, and you can build your server and you can try out things. But why to spend 1-2 lakh rupees just for fine tuning? Maybe you will think of going with AWS or GCP. Let me tell you, it is super costly. I mean, if you are just fine tuning,
Okay.
and are you getting? So there is always a thing, and in company also that is there, but that is sponsored, right? In company also, let's say if you are spending 23,000 and you are getting 10,000 as in return, will you go with fine tuning? My question is, if the output is less than the input, there is a loss. So obviously fine tuning, let's say without fine tuning, your model is 90% accurate. With fine tuning, it is 93% accurate. Okay. So you have improved the model by 3%, but you are spending 2x. Is that okay? Maybe, may not
Uh,
be, right?
yeah, yeah,
We
I
cannot
completely
say.
agree with that.
Yes.
Uh, but you can just cover the overview. How does the fine tuning is done?
Yes,
What are
yes,
the,
yes. Fine
yeah,
tuning
all that.
and quantization, I will share recordings. I am preparing it. So it is not,
Okay.
see, in the previous batch also, I have not uploaded the fine tuning yet. It is there. I will upload. That's the thing, because many of the people cannot do. So I have excluded from the syllabus. But having said that, is important one. I will share the recording of fine tuning, and I will share it very initial class only when you join. So the problem is you just watch the recordings. You try with any accuracy, doesn't matter to you. I'll tell you the model names. You can try with those models. I think that will work. Lightweight models. Just to know the process of fine tuning. Accuracy doesn't matter to you, right? Who cares?
Yeah.
Here you just can try. But what I'm trying to tell you is in real time accuracy matters. In dummy projects like this, okay. Finally, what is your goal? In real time, you want to build applications which are accurate. If you build a model which is hallucinating, not giving good result, nobody will use it. People will laugh at that. So what I'm trying to tell you is in real time, it's a challenge. For you, I think it might not be a challenge. For POCs, it's not a challenge. When you build real application, it is a challenge. I will share the videos where in the very beginning class, and feel free to ask me any doubt if you are stuck. So what I'm trying to do is I am also not going to use any hi-fi model because I'm also like you only. I have a limited compute like 64 GB. Within that, whatever is fitting, I will try to fit it in 16 GB so that you can also try. Lighter weight models I will try, and the process I will record and share it with you. You try the same thing and let me know if you're stuck somewhere, right? Okay, so quantization included in fine tuning, it's actually one process, right? Quantization means large language models, you are doing some changes so that there are a lot of technique. Quantization, large model, you cannot fit, right? So you are basically using techniques called quantization to make it lighter so that you can try it out. So both quantization and fine tuning, I will share with you. Okay, any other doubts?
One more doubt I having. So can in this course we are covering any vector database like
Yeah,
Milvus
yeah, yeah.
or
We are. So Pinecon and ChromaDB, lot of vector database.
okay.
If we are
And so
building
how
up,
many examples of RAG we are going to cover? So just like making chatbots of finance or
so
human
we are
resource
going to
related.
do 15 to 20 applications. And using RAG, we are going to build one application end to end using a chart,
Okay.
creating a chatbot. I think same thing. Once you know the one application, same concept you can repeat for RAG, right? You need to understand
Yeah.
the complete flow, but we are doing different varieties of applications. Few are from image, few are from video, multimodal, few are from text, and different platforms we are using, right? Sometime Llama Index, sometime LangChain framework, but again with respect to model open source, sometime paid one. So everything. So it's a complete thing, right? We'll
Yeah.
see everything because in company you don't know what you will use. Based on a lot of things you will decide. And how to
Eh,
decide that also I will help you in this course. There are certain parameters you need to consider. Yeah.
Okay. And also, so there are some prerequisites like apart from the technical. So can does we require the subscription of OpenAI platform for the
Yeah, yeah,
tokens
yeah.
and
That
all that
is
one?
personal. That is personal. So obviously you need to get API keys, and
Yeah.
uh, I think it's very cheap. I think I have seen in the last course, I have just recharged $10 and it is still with me. I think very, it's not that expensive. So
Okay.
you can take the best one, GPT. I think OpenAI is the best one. So you can take OpenAI or Claude, any one, right? Any one of it. You can take this. You can recharge basically. To get the key, you have to. You should have balance in your account. So minimum is $10 that you have to recharge, and you can try a lot of things with that. And rest all thing is free. You don't need anything to pay in GCP and this thing, right? Hugging Face. I am assuming you should not pay because I'm assuming you never used GCP before. I don't know what you have done with GCP account, but if you it is completely first time, then 23,000 you will get. But if it is not first time you have already used, then it is pay as you go. Having said that, that is also not very much, right? Simple. Uh, I don't know how much rupees it will cost because I'm using my open like free account so far with GCP, right? Otherwise, I think you can also just see and don't try if you have this money part to control, because most of the things you can do using LangChain and Hugging Face. That's the main area. Other things you can, if you want to spend, you can spend. Otherwise, you can just see how to do, and whenever it is needed, you can do it, right? So it is a minimal course. I mean, you no need to spend much. I'm
Okay. Sure.
expecting 16 GB of machine because if you want to try fine tuning, it is required. If not, I think you can go with Google Colab. You can rent space also, not from GCP or AWS. It is costly. I will show you some cheaper options if you want. Maybe for one day, you can rent. It will be per hour. It is something like It is costly, but again, if you spend 200, 300 rupees, I think for 5, 6 hours, you can try out things. Otherwise, 16 GB is minimal requirement. Um, if you don't have Google Colab, you can use, and nothing much. And you have to have your API to get your API keys. You should recharge. Where? In OpenAI, $10. And that is not like every 10, like all the $10 will be finished, but I don't know, maybe some $2, $3, very, very, very cheap, right? The tokens that we will send is prompt input and output together. We will count token. So I'll tell you how to calculate cost also in this course. Every program or every application you write, we will have a function which will tell you approximately what cost that particular application will have if you're using paid tools, right? So it is cheap. Cheap. It's not that you cannot afford. It's very. It's easy. You can actually take the subscription, and not subscription. You need to recharge in OpenAI. Okay. So any other questions?
Yeah, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, ma'am. Actually, I'm from supply chain and logistics background. So,
Yeah.
what will be the advantage if I go for this? I have a fair idea. I generally do coding and all. Good old times of Fox Pro, Visual Basic, all that. And
Advantage
current
if
like
you're, yeah. See, I'll tell you. So, what is your intention? If you want to come into data science, you want to see yourself as a AI engineer or data scientist, I will suggest don't go only with GenAI, go with MLOps plus GenAI. MLOps batch is starting from this Monday, tomorrow, day after tomorrow onwards, 9 p.m. And also one batch is there in morning 7:30. You can join. But if your intention is you want to stay with your domain, let's say you are a software engineer, or let's say a data engineer, or a network engineer, and you don't want to come into AI, just you want to explore what AI can do, then I think this GenAI is a perfect course for you. In GenAI also, you're not doing the things blindly. You are actually learning a lot of things from deep learning side. Plus, you are also using all of these GenAI tools and algorithms, right? Um, how this course is going to be helpful, it will at least tell you what all things you can do with AI, and that is the most important thing. If a person doesn't know what AI can do, you cannot generate ideas, you cannot understand how you can implement AI in your situations, right? First of all, you know everything what AI
okay,
can do, and then you select how it is suitable to your domain. So this course will at least tell you endless possibilities, like what all things you can do with AI. That not AI, generative AI, right? AI and generative AI. I just now explained. AI is a very vast term. Generative AI is a part of AI which helps us to generate things. In AI, we are not always generating. There are a lot of other application also we do. And basically, generative AI is really, in this course, you will understand with respect to generative AI, what all things you can do, what all different applications you can build. And based on that, you can select few of them and you can implement in your organization. It will help you generating ideas. Supply chain, lot of things you can do. I have given you one drone example, right? And I think you can do video inspection related projects, surveillance related projects, anything related to video data. You can easily analyze your video data, and it is so super. I mean, I remember those days when I joined in like 2016, 18. We used to struggle just to create or build a simple computer vision application. We used to take 6 months, 8 months, uh, because nothing was there. We need to write everything from scratch using OpenCV. I remember those days, OpenCV. We used to do a lot of things manually. Nowadays, I am super amazed. Within 2 minutes, I can build the same application that I have built 5 years back, which took me 6 months. 6 month application today, I can build in maybe 5 minutes. And that is where we are. And I will say this 5 minutes is more accurate result than those 6 months project. Are you getting? That is the power of Gen AI. You will understand when you go detail about it. So it really helps a lot. I can give you guarantee that a company will definitely will be benefited if it is unstructured data. I will not recommend anyone to build GenAI applications around structured, semi-structured data. But if it is unstructured data, I think blindly you should go with GenAI. So wonderful, highly accurate result you can get, and with very less minimal training and minimal time, minimal resource. It's like anyone can build, you, me, everyone, without lot much technical knowledge. I think you can easily build. If I tell you to write a transformer code using PyTorch or TensorFlow from scratch, out of 100, maybe one person can do that. But if I tell you to build a GenAI application, which will do this the same thing using GenAI, 100 out of 100 can do that. My kid is 9 years old and he can do this, so everyone can do. He has no knowledge in coding, so he is a great example. He uses everyday GPTs for different things, right? In fact, he's building his website without knowing anything, Python or anything, right? He's just 9 years old and using GPTs. He always use Canva, create lines. You can see a lot of projects he has done. This is his account. So if he can do, then why not we, right? I mean, we are anyway, somehow we know the technical things. So that's the power of Gen AI. It gives you the power of AI. The non-technical person can be as efficient as a technical person, right? Are you getting? So that's the power. So this course will give you all the endless possibilities, what you can do with Gen AI. That idea you will get. And that is very important. Once you know that, you can do whatever you want, which is suitable to your domain. New things also you will able to understand. And at least these jargons will be clear. What is fine tuning? What is quantization? What is Llama index? What is Mistral? Every week, why new models are coming? What is Llama? What is Gemini? All of these jargons. What is generative? All of these jargons will be super clear to you after this course, right? So I think I think that is where it is. So if a 9-year-old can learn, I think you can also learn, and how it is going to helpful. So if you learn the things, you know it will make you understand what AI can do, and accordingly you can select whatever is suitable. You can increase your productivity, increase automation in your domain. Things which you were doing manually can be automated. I'll give you an example. Nowadays, what you're doing is, let's say, mechanical design. It's not at all related to IT, but you are reading the ED drawings, right? And then maybe preparing some documents. This entire process can be automated. You pass the ED drawing as input to the model. The model will give you a tabular format. From that ED, it can generate a tabular format information, and you can use it. So one more example is inspection. I already given you supply chain or any manufacturing quality of the product. You can understand by inspection videos, analyzing inspection videos, and endless possibility. Marketing. I mean, lot of the social media, blog posting. You have YouTube channel. A single person can handle the entire thing. No need to pay to the digital marketing team. You can be a digital marketer yourself, and AI will do it for you. And lot many things, right? I use AI for a lot of things in my day-to-day life. For example, I think we have Copilot. Everyone has this integration, right? In your company, automated emails, drafting, code generation. So these are the common use cases. But except these common use cases, what extra things that you can do, that this course will teach you, right? And I think I'm going to stop this course also, to be very honest. I have some other priorities on weekends. So I just will share from this next batch onwards. I think this will be the last batch. Next batch onwards, this recording will be together with the MLOps course. And why I'm stopping, because I have some other priorities on weekends. And I think this is the last batch which I'm taking. So I will suggest, if you want live batch, please join this. Next batch honors, it will be one course. So MLOps plus this generative AI recordings you will get. And this content, whatever you are looking, it will be a course in Udemy very soon. I'm going to upload this on Udemy also. May not today, maybe sometime. Already the course content creation is going on. So you'll get it from there also. Having said that, a lot of the things like the projects and the quantization, fine tuning, and the long chain complete framework, lot of the things that you will learn here is definitely going to be helpful, right? Anyway, any questions? This is a very structured, organized course. It will complete on 2 months and you will gain a lot of information from this. Even if you are not from AI background and you are not taking this MLOps course, this is just a 12,000 rupees, which is nothing, right? It's, if you compare, I mean, what you are getting versus what you are spending, you will get 3, 4, 5x return. That's what I can guarantee. If you really can implement, just learning will not help. You should implement also in real time. If you can really implement those ideas, I think it's really great. You can do a lot of automation, right?
Course timings will be?
Timings will be weekend only. Let me ask you 2 things. I have 2 timings available. I will prefer weekends, 7 to 10, 7 to 10. And weekdays, we have 9 p.m. slot. But again, MLOps is going on. So we'll see how it goes. Weekend will be fine, right, everyone? Let's,
Morning
yeah,
or evening?
morning, 7 to 10. Weekend, evening, most of the people will not be available.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Pankaj, you are asking something?
You mentioned about, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Like, no, when we, generate ATI, it's a, no, there are already predefined, no, players are already there. And when we are working for a X company, there's, and it's a third party, so there's always, no chances of getting the data leak. So if we are working for we are working for an organization, so in such scenario, creating how what would be the right approach here? So
Yeah, I'll discuss that thing in the course. It is kind of 1 hour I will spend on that. And I will give you a complete 10 different parameters on the basis of what, and we had a debate also last batch. So it's a, I think it's subjective. There is no answer to it, like whether you should data. See, there are pros and cons in both, right? Open source and paid one, always there is a debate. So you should select what you need to do, and how to select I will discuss in this course. There are 8 to 10 parameters and you can get a final score, and based on that you can propose what to do, right? Your company will look to you. You have to tell them. They are not so technical, right? You need to tell whether GPT you should use, or you should use Claude or any other model, and why you should use those models. What are the pros, what are the cons, what is the final cost, what is the impact, what is the revenue. So all of these things you can easily, I can give you guarantee, you can easily find it after you understand few concepts which we will discuss. So you need to learn a lot of things, tokens. I mean, in one class I cannot tell you, but we have all of this analysis present, right? So I have generated a nice PPT around it in the foundation model. So in this PPT, all the information is there, right? What you're talking is present in this PPT. So to answer you, yes, we will do that analysis, and it's always subjective. Based on certain parameter, you need to decide. Data leak, yes, it can happen if you are, I mean, nobody can guarantee that part. If you're sending your data to OpenAI, who knows what they're doing with your data? And even though they're telling it is secure, there can be data leak. Data leak is a very extreme case. Very, very, like, I don't know, but if you ask my personal, it is personal to me, right? You might not agree with me, but what I think is, as a data scientist, knowing so much detail about all of these algorithms, I can bet you only a deep learning model cannot give you so accurate results, because I have built a lot of deep learning models myself from scratch. Anybody can do. If I can do, anybody can do. People has compute, company has compute power. Google, Microsoft, many big companies, they can also, coding is same structure, right? You build or I build. Maybe you can do some changes in the neural network here and there, but that will not make a group, like, great difference. The great difference comes with data, that I believe strongly. I believe this, which is secret. I believe this companies, what they show, they're not using the same. They are using lot. And why I'm telling this with confidence, I was working with Paytm, I was working with a lot of fintech company, and I know a lot of things, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that data is the major algorithm is there. I'm not saying algorithm is having has no role, but yes, algorithm has role. But more than algorithm, I think the input that you are passing has a more importance with respect to accuracy. So data, they are playing with the data, and every year they're releasing new. And that you also agree with me, right? Every year they're releasing new version, 3.4, 3.5, 4, and then maybe 5. And every model from previous version to the next version, you will see accuracy wise, it is improving.
Yeah,
Can you
which
tell
is
me how it
needed.
is? Which is needed, very good. But
Which
how
is
it is
needed.
improving? The model is same, transformer. Everyone using
Uh,
transformer. What is the difference? Data.
uh, because of the accuracy
Hmm.
and your model which is learning. But right, as you said that there is already a model, because I'm not much into this, but I remember when I read a post on ChatGPT, so they said that ChatGPT's the model is of ChatGPT 3. The model is based on till 2021 or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, but ChatGPT 4, it has the latest data and something around that.
I mean,
So
correct. So latest data is fine, but what I'm saying is what they show, they don't show everything. That's the problem. And it is perfectly fine if it is non-critical data, but if it is really critical data of your company, they company might not manipulate, but if some employee or someone manipulates those data, it is a especially very famous companies, like let's say you are working for Oracle or working for Goldman Sachs, working for Morgan Stanley, and I know they have a lot of security levels. In cloud also we have security. Obviously, everything will be taken care. But by mistake, something like very critical information, I mean, it is always a debate, is subjective, as I said. Security is a concern. That I will definitely tell. When it is a paid tool, security is not a concern when you're using open source tool. That's the advantage of using open source tool. Having said that, there is a disadvantage also. Disadvantage is like you to accuracy. So these paid tools are more accurate than the open source tools. We have this algorithms like Llama and all, which is really not matching, but at least very closely matching. So we can always decide. So that's the major challenge, right? You have to decide. Nobody will tell you. It's subjective. I'm not saying this is good, that is bad, this is good, this is bad. What is your priority? What is your company's priority? Where you are working? What kind of data you are dealing? Based on that, you need to take a decision. For example, you're dealing with some data which is not that critical. It is okay. Then you can go with, let's say, paid. Accuracy really matters. So you can go with paid. But healthcare data, patients, X-ray, MRI, it's very crucial. Let's say Optum, you're working for Optum and you cannot really
right,
share
right.
patient data,
Very,
right?
very uh, the sensitive
Exactly.
data. It's
Sensitive
PI
data.
data.
Yes,
Hmm.
and if something happens to your patients, clients, customers' data, they can sue you. Like your company will bankrupt. Leave about LLM application, you will go bankrupt in one day, right? So it's important. But are you getting? So you have to decide based on the situation. Sometimes it is so important. Accuracy is so important. You are a startup. You have some data which is not that critical, but to impress your client, you really need a good model. Resume builder. You are building a resume, you can just remove the names, and I think that's not critical data, isn't it? It's a very common data. You can use OpenAI in this case. Accuracy really matters. So there are two examples that I have given. One is healthcare data, one is resume data. Resume also have a lot of information personal. You have to delete those phone numbers, email IDs. Let's say after doing this cleaning, you have only the project description, and you want to build a resume builder which will automatically generate a resume for you given the domain role. In that case, I will go with OpenAI because I need accuracy rather than privacy, because anyway it's publicly available, right? But if I am working for Optum, even if my model is 60% accurate, I cannot leak or I cannot load my patient's data to somebody else's server. right? I don't know what they're doing with it. And you might not be knowing it. Being a data scientist working in a lot of other companies, I think, especially like I have. So, okay, you get a lot of ads. Do you know what level of data they're using? Everything they're using. I no need to name the companies.
Right. Yeah.
Right, you have
All
seen.
right.
So
Mm.
all data, you have like what you're doing, where you are going, which website, user session data, this data, that data, everything. Like somewhere you will click also, you will not be reading all the terms and condition, you will click and they will take. Data is everything, right? And without data, nobody can build nice models like this. So I am 100% sure, if you ask me, I'm 100% sure our data is used to
Yeah, it
improve
is.
accuracy. So always it is subjective. It is completely subjective. Depends on the use case, depends on your client, your stakeholder, because we have also a contract. When you come into data governance, there is a subject also, responsible AI data governance. When you get data from your customers, you have a contract with them, isn't it? Are you getting? So you cannot use their data for professional use, like commercial use, sorry. So if you violate that rule, your customers can take you to the court. Are you getting? So in those cases, obviously you cannot play with those data, which is very much crucial. I mean, especially customer data. Let's say you're a service-based company. Can you use your client's data to build LLM application? Let's say you are working in Capgemini for General Electric. Now, General Electric project you are working on, can you use General Electric project data, which is so crucial? And when you have a like contract signed, you have signed the data privacy contract. You cannot use their data for any usage. Are you getting? So there are a lot of situations. I cannot just comment one line. It is all depends on the situations and obviously the data that you're dealing with, and company policy, privacy, and you cannot blindly do it. You have to. Good companies, they have lawyers, they have a legal department. You have to take permission from your legal department. Then only there are a lot of things in real time. This is fine when you are learning things, but when you go to real time, you have to take care of responsible AI. You have to take care of data governance. You have to go to your
Uh,
legal team before you jump
uh,
into sharing data, right?
Yeah, got what you're saying, Sasmitha. Yeah, and that is where the next question was, because you mentioned now there are two approach. One is OpenAI, where I need go for accuracy, and I know that uh, it's not so, my data is not sensitive, then I can directly go for OpenAI. And the other one is where my data is where my it's a sensitive data, then I cannot go for a open source, rather I should have my in-house. So when it is an in-house, and you meant in the training you mentioned that not in the introduction that there you cannot just uh, no take care on the base of generative AI model you can do, rather you have to do it from the scratch, and that is where you have to AI. So actually I have attended your introduction session on the AI, and I attended. So somewhere now when I attended this session, it is somewhere like, because when we are, my use case is like in our organization they are asking us to get ready for this, and when we are presenting it here, so when you mentioned over there in the introduction as well that when you're working when you're creating your model, or so that time you should have a AI, no traditional approaches will give
No, no. So let me
the
tell you, let me summarize, right? So as I said, different, again, when you join the course, you will know in detail, but at high level, everything cannot be around Gen AI. There are certain applications that will be around Gen AI, but there are a lot of other applications where you still need traditional AI. So when you have, now you are in a ocean, so you just looking at the things at very high level, and that is perfectly fine. So you are getting confused. But when you know the things in detail, everything, machine learning in detail, deep learning in detail, building model from scratch, building model using Gen AI, everything when you know, you will be in a position to decide whether traditional approach is correct or Gen AI approach is correct. And it is again will vary based on different things. What kind of data you're processing, small data or big data. If your data itself is petabytes, you really cannot do a lot of things, right? But again, if your data is video data, audio data, text data, this GenAI will be good. If your data is structured data, semi-structured data, traditional is good. If your client is really need a very simple application, then I think traditional is good. If the client has a very complicated project on a video or text or something, then GenAI is good. So lot of this analysis, you need to give me 4-5 months of time. In one day, you cannot understand. You will be confused like this. You need to first understand. See, when you read a book, before that, you need to know the grammar, you need to learn the ABCD, and then you will understand the context, what is written in the book, right? So you'll have to learn everything from scratch and also using GenAI. Then you will be in a position. So that's what I'm saying. If your goal is to come into AI and start building AI application only with GenAI codes, it is fine. You will get knowledge, but you cannot survive. Survival is different and knowledge is different, right? If you really want to survive, means you want to tell yourself AI expert, you need to know both. So ML and DL are the building blocks, right? And without that, whatever you are building on top of it, it will fall someday. So what I'm trying to tell you is GenAI is next level. You should know it is good. It will help you in productionalizing a lot of, it will help you in automating a lot of things. But without traditional, you will always feel incomplete, right? So again, I'm repeating the same thing. You have to understand everything to call yourself expert. Only GenAI, just somebody has already trained it, pre-built models. If you use it, will okay, it is okay, it will give you a lot of knowledge, but you cannot survive, right? So I mean, you got your answer, right? So everyone, I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
I,
everyone.
I got your answer, and very, I am in a, you're very, compelling, if your journey is your AI, the traditional is the goal, or no, it's a path, you have to go that way. And Gen AI is, it's just you want to know what is happening around, so just Gen AI can give you, but you have to survive in the industry. So
Yes.
AI
Why
traditional
I'm
approach.
saying you have to survive, because even if you're going for any interview or anywhere, you see 80% of the project today is on traditional AI and deep learning, and maybe 20%. If you don't believe me, I can share you some of the record. Let me share
No,
my.
no, no.
No,
I'm very aware
no.
that the
I just want to share this information, which is very important with everyone. I have recently gone through one of the interview for Optum. This is a complete GenAI position. That's why I'm showing you. And this is going to helpful for everyone. So I got this. Let me show you the recordings. I have recorded so that I can explain the experience. So this is manager. No, this is staff data scientist lead. I have shared it. Where is it? Okay, so what is my experience with them? I'll share you sometime, but let me tell you what is the experience. I was attending one of the interview last week with Optum. It is for a staff data scientist role, which is completely on GenAI. Starting to ending, the JD, if you look at the JD, it is on GenAI. So they are hiring someone who is good at GenAI. So out of like 1 hour interview process, 60 minutes, out of that 80% of the time, they asked me only on traditional deep learning, 20% on GenAI. And it is a pure GenAI. And I asked them what all projects they're working on. And they said, Optum is a healthcare company and it's completely into advanced. Any healthcare company you take, they're into GenAI because they have a lot of video, audio, image data. And I asked them what all models you are using. They all are using open source models. And also he told me, even if GenAI is so powerful, still they feel traditional ML or traditional deep learning gives them a lot of flexibility. So they are hiring people and they're asking deep learning questions because they want whether a person is fundamentally, if it is clear or not, the concepts. And 80% of the project is traditional deep learning and 30 to 40% are in GenAI. So are you getting? So this is where the industry, so how you will survive if you don't know the fundamentals. So GenAI is good. It's a next level, you can say, which will boost your CV and you can really build applications also. But traditional deep learning, traditional machine learning is the thing which you will be using majority of the times, 60 to 70% of the time, and maybe 30-40% of the time you will use GenAI. It has a lot of challenges. Maybe that's the reason. And if you ask me, let's say I'm currently working on a time series project, why I should go with the Times GenAI? Because I have tried Time GPT and a lot of other models, which is pre-trained, and I found a traditional simple ARIMA model, which I can write by using 7 to 8 lines of code, is giving more accurate result than using a GenAI model, Time GPT. And if you ask me, being a data scientist working in industry, writing a time series model in this GPT world where the code also will be generated automatically, just to tell what to generate and it will tell you the code. I think it will take 30 minutes, 15 minutes for me to complete the time series project. So I will not even look into GenAI part if it is structured data. So easy, so simple. And the thing is, I can have my own data and I can train on my own data completely, starting to ending. Obviously, the accuracy will be good, completely secure in my own in-house. And it's a simple application, good result. So everything is good here. Now, if I have to do the same thing for a video data, I have to hire 5 people who will work on this to start things from scratch. And they should know very much in detail about deep learning. It will take time, 6 months. In this case, if I use GenAI, within 1 day, I can build the same application. So definitely I should use GenAI in this particular second project. So are you getting? But all the projects are not like second project, right? It is a combination. When you work in any industry, it's a combination. Some are structured data, some are big data, some are unstructured data. It's a combination of data that you will get. That's why you are scientist. Means what? You know batch data, streaming data, you know big data, small data, you know structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. Any kind of data, any variety of data you can handle. So you should know everything so that you can pick whatever is best in what situation. That is what you should do. GenAI is really nice, really great, and this is a must-to-know thing in today's world. If you don't learn GenAI, what is the problem? You will suffer a lot in such situation where you will see your friends, your colleagues, they are using GenAI to build the same thing with more accurate results in less time than you. Doesn't matter for the industry, whether it is GenAI or traditional AI or simple Excel or maths or whatever it is. What really the business cares is how fast you can give me solution with how less price and how good accurate. Accuracy, price, and time. Whichever is giving you best, you should use that. GenAI or traditional. That is what matter, isn't it? Accuracy, time, and what? Accuracy, time, and price. So if you know everything, you can select. If you know one thing, you are incomplete, isn't it? Sometimes GenAI will give you accuracy, time, and price, good. Sometimes traditional will give you good. So you have to know everything and then you should pick. And your company will look into you. You have to suggest what should be used. In all the interviews, your manager will ask you what we should do. And if you don't know, you will clueless. So this GenAI will tell you endless possibility that you can do or that you can use in your real time, right? At least this will tell you what you can do and what you cannot do. So what you cannot do using GenAI, you have no other option. You have to go with traditional. What you can do in GenAI, and if it is requirement of your company, you should do. So both will give you that power. Individual courses, still you will feel like incomplete. But let's say somebody is very, they have no intention to come into AI or something. Still, I will recommend them to at least learn both. If you just want to do a trial, like how AI is and is it interesting, whether I should go learn or not, then I think GenAI is good. Less price, you can join and explore. And then if you decide, but if you're deciding to use AI in your life, you have to learn both. Are you getting everyone? Everyone, is this clear? If you want to use AI building applications, only GenAI cannot help you. You have to learn everything. It will take time. It is not a one-day thing. It is a research domain. It will take 3 to 4 months of time where you will master and then you are irreplaceable. Once you know everything means you learn it, spending 4 to 6 months of time, and you will survive for next 6 years to 10 years in this industry. If not today, tomorrow you have to learn. Without learning AI, you will be replaced very soon. So, I mean, I'm not scaring you, but the way it is going, I think you will.
You're telling the fact.
Yes, it is the fact. You go to, I am so bored of listening this term AI. You go to any all hands, you go to any webinar, you go to any workshop, you go to any seminar. The only topic they will discuss today is AI. Right? And if you don't know AI, how you will survive? Because everyone else will know eventually, if not today, everyone else will train themselves. So, I mean, you have seen a lot of layoffs happening, and this will continue. Like you have to survive, right? Because what is trending in the market, you have to learn. There is no other way. Tomorrow, if cybersecurity is there and I have to learn, I have to learn. Otherwise, I will be replaced. So, I mean, you have to spend, and AI is not an overnight thing that you will learn magic. No. People are telling prompt engineering and this, that. No, this is nothing. You need to learn the fundamentals first. Any interview first is fundamental. Then only they will go to the next level. So without fundamental, you cannot survive. Fundamental means traditional thing plus this extra things. That will help you. Spend some 4 to 6 months of time. Give yourself time. Whenever you are ready, you start the journey, but finish it end to end. Half learning is very dangerous. Half learning is better than no learning. No learning is better than half learning, because you will confuse others also. It is dangerous for the company. If a person is half knowledgeable, it is super dangerous than a person who doesn't know. At least the person will tell, nah, I don't know. The person who half learned, he will think he knows everything. He will take wrong decision for the company, and the company ultimately has to face the loss. So you learn fully, otherwise you don't learn. That's my summary. If you want, you learn fully, otherwise you don't learn. You want to learn fully, it will take time. You can ask me, okay, companies or institutes are giving 1 year, 2 year, 3 year programs. They're scamming you. They're just teaching you this ML and deep learning and GenAI for 4 to 5 months only. Rest all things, they will teach you SQL 2 months, Python 3 months, Tableau 2 months, Power BI 2 months. In this world, why you will want to learn those things? You can drag, drop things and learn, and SQL, Python is so common, you can learn yourself. Combined everything, it is 1 year. But when you come to cream courses like ML, deep learning and all that, see, I have the syllabus also. I don't want to share with you from IntelliPad, from Edureka. For instructor, they want to give me slots. But anyway, so the syllabus is exactly same than what I'm teaching here, right? Same topics. And time is also there. So I cannot, like 12 hours, these all topics you need to cover. 10 hours, these all. So there are also 40 hours curriculum only. I'm going to teach in some other platform. You will see me there. And the same curriculum only I'll teach 40 hours. So what I'm trying to tell you is 40, 80 hours is a lot of things you can learn. 80 hours is not a joke. To digest those 80 hours, you need 8 months of time, right? 6 months to 7 months. So give yourself time. If you want to learn AI, it is not an overnight thing, right? You want to really do something, means you're doing time pass, that's fine. But if you're really interested to do something in AI, you want to build application, doesn't matter where you are today, but if you want to learn it for once and learn it nicely in an expert way, and you will get tremendous return. And believe me or not, this will help you to survive in the industry for next, you spend 6 months and you will survive for 6 years. Because that is a need. Everyone is learning and you have to do it, right? Okay, so I think we are all good. Tomorrow when you connect, what we will do is, I think the demo session, I think I have answered all your queries. Tomorrow, I will talk about the hardware part. If somebody wants to, it's an informative session. If somebody wants to build their own LLMs or fine tune or something, I will talk about the hardware configuration that you need at high level, and what are the cheaper options if you don't have a laptop, good laptop. What are the platforms from where you can rent maybe cheaper options, or maybe freely you can use, and software installation part, all the things that is needed, the deep learning and other things we will discuss tomorrow. And next weekend onwards, we will start with the content, right? We'll discuss deep learning. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Let us connect next week. Not next week, tomorrow. We'll continue with this. Any other doubts? We are all good, right?
I just had one small doubt, Sasmitha. May I have no? I'm taking everybody's time here, and this is very specific. Now, since I am trying out, change in my profile, or not pain profile. I'm because the cost cutting. I'm going into the job search. So I would take separate 10 minutes. Can I call you separately? Is it okay?
Yeah, you can do that. But is there
May
any
I have-
specific to discuss? Then you can.
Yeah, because I you're very compelling. No, with the introduction, I have attended both of the thing, and I want to earlier I was like only I attend Chennai, but no, I'm going to attend both. Okay,
No,
so there are something.
yeah. See, I
I
will.
have something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have something to ask, and I don't want to take everybody's time. I want to just have a 5 minute later, so may I have so I can speak to you on which platform.
Yeah, you can ping me on LinkedIn. I will be available there. And once the batch is formed, you will get my number also, where you can reach out to me. You can, Pankaj, I will share. You can reach out to me. I will. Anyway, we will have a WhatsApp group, right? I'm sharing my number with you, but you can ask me here also if it is not very much personal.
Okay, so I'll ask you like straight away, like no, I'm a backend developer. There is
Yeah.
a cost cutting happening in the team, in the organization, and somehow my name didn't came, but no, because of the politics, so I'm a threat to my lead.
Yeah.
Because I've been very proactive, I'm passionate, I am a quick learner, and that is giving a threat to my lead. And so somehow he screwed my profile, and but somehow management didn't took that decision to put me layoff. But no, my work day is very bad. Okay, with the comments and all. So I don't want to continue the organization. The organization is very good. Everybody is good. But because of this person, everybody work for recognition and the perk, which
Yeah.
I have not got it. So I made a mind I want to switch, and luckily I got DURGASOFT. I was learning for something else, and I saw Chennai, and I landed up. I attended your both the session, and it's very compelling. I don't want to lose this. So my situation is I want to get in the market, and I'm not going to try with the AI because I'm very no, I'm nowhere. So when I'm going to switch in the market, I'm work with the Java background. So and I see also I need to give at least 6 to 8 months to come here, and my focus is over there now to search in the market. So how do no this no this workshop is like every day I have to put 1 hour with the AI traditional approach, and the Gen AI is like 3 hours. That is where my I'm getting confused, right?
See,
How do I, and I don't want to miss opportunity.
got it. So, I mean, this is very common in IT. Being a fresher, when I newly joined, I was so I was becoming so emotional. But now, working in this industry, I think same situation. I'm in the same. I'm also in the same situation. My manager feels like I'm a threat, and he's a non-technical background, and you understand, right? So he can't digest so much technical people in his team. So, but again, having said that, whatever you want to, so first thing, based on, it's a personal suggestion that I want to give you. So the market is not so good, and I will suggest, if you are a backend developer, you are trying to search next job into the same domain, right? And you should do the same thing. Your priority should be, because you are in a toxic environment, you should either change the team, or you whatever decision you are taking, you should focus on your current domain. You should not try to switch your domain, which is not a good time right now. First priority should be switching your domain, right? Switching the company, sorry, or switching the team or whatever in the same domain, like backend developer. And you try to get the skill set, whatever is needed by the market with respect to backend. learn those skills, and switch. And then now once you have a good environment, right? Let's say you have a good manager, good team and everything, then you can join this course. See, you by telling this, you may not join, but this is good for you. That's what I'm saying. Then you can join this course, and I will be taking continuous batches. So then you can join this course. And why I'm telling, because this course is not an overnight course. This will take some time, and you have to give in a peaceful mind. You have to spend time in this course. Otherwise, it is just a waste. You have to put at least 2 hours every day. 1 hour is the class, and 1 hour is the basically the extra thing. You don't worry about weekend, weekday. You can take any time. Let's say you are joining Gen AI now, and once the Gen AI is completed, you can join the next ML Ops batch. So that's fine. But anyway, you have to give at least 1 hour, 2 hour in learning. You do this even if you are working as a backend developer and in a very good position in a peaceful environment. This situation can occur anytime, anytime. And you have two options in those situations, and this is very common. It happened with him, it is happening with me, it can happen with anyone. So in this kind of situation, two things you can do. Number one, you leave that organization. That is the best option. But leaving is also not like overnight you can do, right? You need some time, maybe 2-3 months time. And in those situations, I will suggest same domain only you try to switch. Once you get into the new domain or new company, in a peaceful mind, you study, you invest 6 to 7 months of time, so that if the same thing happening with your current or next organization, you no need to worry. You are skilled enough, you know everything. So 100 of people will come and take you, because AI is a demanded skill set in the market. Today you are laid off, tomorrow morning you will get a job. So like that, I mean, AI is very high on demand skill set. So you are already skilled enough. So you no need to worry about the company. Don't worry about the manager. Your company will actually run after you if you know AI. That is one part. Second part is you, I think this is good for you, but other people who in AI also this will happen. Don't like, see, look at my example. I am a AI specialist, but in AI also this will happen. And why this will happen? You are a threat to the company, other colleagues, other, especially manager who doesn't know AI, but you know AI, and then you are outperforming. And then are you getting, either he will stay or you will stay? Are you getting? So people wants to keep their own position safe, so they will portray you as wrong. But I cannot leave this company because it company has no problem, only one person, and I know he is doing wrong because he's all the decisions that he is taking is bad decisions. How I can do, how? And he is restricting, he's not giving me opportunity only. You will not believe, he's giving me Excel work, and I'm not doing Excel work. In my previous organization, I was building Chat GPT's kind of applications. Here he is giving me Excel work, so that I will only dislike. He want me to quit. Are you getting? But what I am thinking is why I will quit. This is giving me remote opportunities, a very good brand, and I'm full work-life balance. Is all good. Only one person. I will be not so beneficial if I leave. What I have to do here, I have to do something which the management people will know, the leadership. I am just keeping him and directly dealing with manager. Are you getting? And extra things I'm doing, but it is putting me a lot of pressure on me, right? But once I do that, once I prove myself, they cannot let me go on, he cannot let me go on the performance basis. That he knows 100%. He cannot let me go on performance basis. So what he is doing is, his trick is giving me shitty work like Excel, PPT, so that I will only leave. Are you getting? So I am just highlighting, I am not doing it. And but in this case, I have to prove. So, oh, what is the summary? The summary of everything is, and this is what is going to happen with everyone. Like, if not today, maybe tomorrow. If not this company, maybe that company. Switching company, switching team, everywhere you will find the same situation. And this is telling, I'm telling, very lucky you are if you are not getting this. But 80-90% of the time, there will be competition, there will be politics, there will be toxic environment. People will try to, I mean, if you see, if they see you as a threat, they will try to do a lot of dirty politics. You can survive in IT only based on your skill set. If you are skilled, nobody can do anything. Politics, you can crush the politics based on your skill set. Ultimately, skills wins. It will take time. It is not overnight. I cannot build a system or a model just like that. But what if I just build some amazing thing? And if I show my talent, I think, are you getting so skill? And even if this company is not good and if they're laying off, doesn't matter. Within 15 days, within 1 month, somebody else will hire me who will value my talent. So skill set is very important. And this is a very bad time of IT, I will say. So make yourself so much skilled enough. Nowadays, people are asking a lot of things. They're asking about AI. They're asking about a lot of things. So whatever is required in your domain, if you're a backend developer or software engineer, whatever you are, you see the JDs, you look at the job descriptions, and whatever they're asking, at least 80-90% you should know. Be skilled enough so that in future, if this kind of things are happening because of your skill set, you can survive. So I think to you especially, right? I think I can understand your situation so nicely because I'm in the same situation like you. And this will happen. So if I switch my company to other company, or if you switch your company to other company, it might also repeat. Who knows, right? In this situation, I will suggest what you want. If you want a backend developer position, so you need to focus on that, isn't it? Get a job first. You will be relaxed. Your mental stability will be there. And then you will focus on learning. Both cannot happen simultaneously because you will be under tremendous pressure, learning and then switching job. Because switching job also you need to upgrade, right? Whatever is needed, you need to learn. Before going to interview, you have to revise the concepts related to backend developer. So my suggestion is as soon as possible, you leave. If you can't fight, you leave. Two options, fight or leave. And you cannot be in the same situation. I am fighting. No, I am fighting, you leave, because I have some constraint. I left Bangalore. I am in a different location. If it is in Bangalore, you look at my CV. I left Goldman Sachs in 7 months. Are you getting? I don't care about the company. If you don't value me, if you don't give me good work, go hell with your brand name. I am leaving. And many times it happened without offer letter. Also, I put down my papers, and then I got offer letter. Are you getting? So I mean, what I'm trying to tell you, it's very common. Initially, I was getting so hyper, so emotional. How can they do this with me? Like, how they can give me this work and that work, not value, not recognize, and all. Now I understood. This IT is like that. Don't take it personally. People are doing this because, you know why my manager is doing this? Because if he will not do this, next year he will be laid off. My company will make me manager because I know more things. I can handle projects more better way. Are you getting? So if people will see you as a threat to save their position, they will try to do all of these things. And see, there are two ways: performance basis or politics. They cannot get me on performance. So what they can do, if they will give me Excel work, do you think I will work, enjoy it? So do you think I will do Excel work? Simply Excel work there. My manager is giving Excel work. Now what I did, I have highlighted this to HR. We have open door policy. I have taken this to the next level, right? And in my one-on-one, he said, as soon as possible, you leave. My manager. I would not have, I have actually, I was planning to leave. But the moment he said, as soon as possible, you leave, that moment I decided I will leave, but I will expose you and then I leave. Right? So anyway,
I'm doing the same thing. I have done the HR case.
Yes. So these things will happen. So that is in there, but that doesn't stop me learning. See, my company is giving me Excel work, but I am so advanced in Gen AI. Any company will hire me. I have almost 2 offers already waiting to release. And then I'm also getting a lot of other offers. So what I'm trying to tell you is be skilled enough. And I think internal also, I appear like I told it's an open challenge. I told my manager within 15 days, I will get another job. But unless I prove that I can do a lot more things and you're underutilizing me, I will not leave. It's open challenge. You can fight in product-based company, you can fight, but fighting will put you a lot of pressure. Is it really worth it? I am a bichara kind of thing, right? A situation. So I'm fighting. Why? Because a lot of things in this company, because this manager is bad. But if you put 3-4 hours, now it's done. So it's a lot of work-life balance, remote opportunity, a lot of good things I'm getting. Otherwise, second day only I would have left. So because of one person, that person has to leave, right? Why I should leave? He doesn't know the skills. Let him leave. Why I should leave? Because you don't know. See, he's telling me to learn R. Why I should learn R? So don't agree for those things. So you fight in those situations if you don't want to leave. But if you don't want to fight, simply smile, very nice, all the best, and leave. Bye, tata. Right? So you decide what you want to do. But this is where the skill sets are required. If you are skilled enough, not one, not two, thousands of offer letters will run behind you. 20, 30, 40% hike you will get nicely, peacefully. Again, in the same company, after 1-2 years, same thing will happen. And again, based on your skill, you will jump. So that is how IT is. That is how it is. And this is 2 examples you have seen. One person is already upgraded and already in AI, inside AI world also this is happening. One person is not updated to AI and in backend development, and that also happening. So every domain you go, this thing is common in IT. Doesn't matter where you are, you have to be very, very skilled enough. You should be the top 1% in your team. So at least on the performance basis, they cannot, something happening, spinning off, the company spin off happening or restructuring, entire team laid off, that's fine. Riveting. But they cannot target you if you are skilled enough. Na? A non-technical person, not skilled person, politics will not work. Eventually people will know. If not today, tomorrow they will know. And many times this happened with many of you. I think you can relate what I'm saying. So that's the reason learning is very important. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sorry for
Sasmitha.
talking so much, but yeah.
No, same thing. I have a same personal question. Can I ask?
Yeah, you can ask. We are running out of time,
Yeah,
but I can take your last out. Yeah.
yeah. So, in January, that means I am a fresher, and in January, I have joined some organization, and basically, I got offer as an EML engineer. So, basically, nearly about 4 months, I work on EML project, but now they got changed my work module, and so I want to completely do the drag and drop things by using their platforms, but I am not much more interested. So, any suggestion points, and that will be helpful for me.
See, you have seen my LinkedIn profile, right? My designation is
Yeah.
principal data scientist. It looks so fancy. But what they are giving me, not they are, my manager, especially one person, he's giving me Excel work. He knows very well I can do everything. And he's giving me Excel work. Why? He want me to leave. Very simple. So I have 2 options, as I said, and same applicable to you also. I'm giving my example so that you can relate. In this situation, you have 2 options. Number 1 is silently you start searching if you don't like the job. But searching will take some time, isn't it? So the moment you get a good offer, you leave. And you keep a smile on your face. Don't tell anything to your manager. Say yes, whatever he is giving you task. Do your task. Otherwise, on the performance basic, they will lay you off. So deliver your assigned task. That is the first thing. Keep delivering, even if it is not worth it. You whatever they are giving you, just deliver it. And on the moment you get a job means you need skill set also. Ask yourself, if you're not getting a job, means you're not skilled enough. Learn the things until unless you don't have any other offer letter. You have to listen to him because you don't have any option. You do whatever they're telling, and parallelly you learn, and then once you have offer letter, before you join another company, you expose that person and then leave. This kind of people needs to be exposed because you are powerful now. Na? You're already putting down your paper. You have another offer letter, right? And
Yeah.
your HR, they will ask you why you are leaving the company. You tell clearly, because of this person, I'm leaving the company. So that is one approach, and that is the best approach. Other approach is, let's say, because of ABC, XYZ reason, you don't want to leave the company, right? Maybe I think the first option is the best option. Everybody should do that. But let's say because of some reason you can't leave the company, right? In those situations, you cannot change your manager because he is from the leadership team, right? So what you can do is talk to him one-to-one politely first and tell him like you don't like those work, and request him to give some work which is from your skilled area or which you really enjoy like doing it, and see what he's telling. My manager said, I asked him multiple times, 4 or 5 times. He said, no, all the projects are Excel based. Everyone in my team, you will see their profile. They are from non-technical background. They They're not even, I mean, I don't want to go there, but they're not that skilled enough. They are getting data science projects, they are getting forecasting projects, which are actually very simple projects. But anyway, they're getting something related to data science. But my manager is giving me PPT and Excel. Can you even imagine 13-year experience Excel work? And he told me every project is like this. In this team, if you want to stay, you have to do this. This is the organization need. I cannot do anything. And in this case, he is lying, right? So you look at what your manager is responding. If he is politely responding, okay, you do this project, but I am also trying to give you some work related to ML, then you can stay, because I think that happens in every organization. So all the time you will not get the work that you like. So it's a mixed thing always. Having said that, it is not always a case. Always you should do similar drag and drop, right? It should be a mix. Are you getting? If you're getting a drag and drop project, next time you should get a learning wala project so that it will balance. If that is not happening, you talk to your manager one-to-one, discuss with him. If he is agreeing, if he is giving you good projects, fine. If he is not agreeing to give you good projects, then I think you should leave. That's the better option. I mean, fighting will unnecessary. Why you will go into that hell, right? Leave the organization. So I will also leave, but I'm not getting that good package and other things. So I'm searching. I may get into 3 months. Then I will leave. But I have already started exposing him. So you should do that. If you're skilled enough, you can do that. Because a wrong decision is a wrong decision, isn't it? Why I should learn R? Why he can't learn Python? My argument is that. And I have written a mail. Isn't it? Why I should learn R? I mean, why you should not learn Python? And I mean, a junior person can do Excel work. I'm a principal data scientist. Why are you not giving me innovation? And then what he's telling, he's giving me Excel work. Then he's telling you are not innovating. So it's a laugh. You will laugh at it, right? What innovation I will bring in Excel? So all of these things are happening in industry, which is very common. I don't know who, Kishore, you asked, right? So better to leave.
I
Yeah.
suggest this
Leave.
happens in across. I come from a different
Across
background.
every
It happens
company.
across.
Yes.
See, all I suggest is, I know, one is try to survive, somehow rationalize with him
Yes.
or her, whatever your boss. Meanwhile, it's a stopgap arrangement. Second thing is internally search for something so that you're safe. See, end of the day, all of us, irrespective of how much is our package, we have commitments also, either loans, it's all that family
Yes.
commitment.
Yes.
So first is, even you don't like him or her, your boss, it's a stopgap arrangement. Try to somehow listen or just say, Gada, in Hindi they say like, Gada ko bhi baap banana padta. Like Vasudev he has to hold or say donkey's leg. So you have to do the same till you get the right opportunity. Meanwhile, try internally. Then, and when you jump outside, don't jump into different domain because.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with Anand. Until unless you are powerful, it's very nice to be very good with your manager. Until unless you have
Go there,
another
it's the better thing.
offer.
Because when you go, your journey has to be good. So this is what is with experience, what I learned and seen, and what I advise to some of because I mentor my own folks. So this is what is I advise.
See, it depends on if learning is what something you want to continuously do, honestly speaking, based on my experience, you keep switching from this company to that company, this company to that company, but in every company, same situation, right? You will not get 100% what you want. You have to work something which the company want you to do. It should be a proper balance. And again, if the company wants to retain talented people who can really do innovation and automation for the company also think about employee also have to think about the company, then only it's a win-win situation, right? And now, like, it cannot be one-sided. And like what my suggestion is, until unless you don't have anything in your hand, I think you are bound to do what the company is telling you to do, because you don't have any other offer letter. And if you're not getting any other opportunity, means you're lacking somewhere. Until unless you fix that, you don't open your mouth. It is going to be against you. So are you getting? So you first make yourself skilled enough. You get other opportunities. You look outside, you look internally, you get offers. You make yourself powerful first. Once you have offer letter with some percentage hike, then you start exposing. Without exposing, don't leave. Exposing in the sense, not in a bad manner, not going to fight with your manager. This is a bad thing for the organization, right? Because of one person, the entire culture of that organization is getting spoiled, and you are actually helping the organization to grow, isn't it? So in a way, you are helping the organization. There are policies in companies through HR, through diplomatic way, through dynamic conversation. Honestly speaking, nobody will really care what you are saying if you are leaving. But even if they don't care, you tell and leave. That's the best thing that you can do. If you want to stay, you cannot survive. It's a very toxic environment. If your manager is not supporting, I will not suggest you to stay for longer time. Unless you are not skilled enough, you have to stay. The moment you are skilled enough, the moment you are getting opportunity, leave. That is the best thing that you can do. That is my personal experience. But yeah, but suddenly don't become hyper and start fighting with your manager, or otherwise he can screw your life, and you are not strong enough to survive, right? So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
be the
understood.
ultimate sufferer, right? And we, as he said, we have our own family to take care, our loans. So you have to be a little bit patient. Patience is important. Yeah, I think this is same story, right? I think everywhere it happens. So switching company sometime also will not help you in this. It will repeat. So your mindset should be in this mode, like it will repeat. If you are in that mode, I think it will not hurt you. Otherwise, you will see a lot of injustice, a lot of emotional thing. So it is very common in IT. People, when they see you as a threat, they will try to do a lot of politics. And yeah, because this is how it is. Anyway, so I think that's a different direction of discussion, but ultimately, yeah, so I will suggest you, who asked me this question, Pankaj, right? So to you, in your situation, I think you are not in a mental stability kind of mode. I will suggest you first try to switch, get a job, whatever you like, in whatever company. If you're not getting a job in backend development domain, it means you're lacking some skill set. So try to learn those skill set which will help you landing in the same domain job, right? In a better company, in a better pay. Once you leave, then once you're in a good situation, good environment, start learning, because learning will take time. You put 4 months, 4 to 5 months of time to upgrade your skills. And once you do that, I think it will be easier. So I think next switch, you can put AI as an experience in your CV, right? So I think that is how I mean, you can decide what you want, but I think this is my suggestion. But again, you can decide. Okay. So thank you, everyone. We'll connect tomorrow. We'll continue from here. We'll discuss about the hardware part, installation, and other things. We'll make our system ready. And next weekend onwards, we will start with the content. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.